water turns blood red near the Dead Sea. Watch this.
This is not your Revelation 16. Watch this. Okay, so there are many accounts where people are trying to claim that Revelation 16:4 is happening in real time today. And this water turns blood red near the Dead Sea is not Revelation 16. She also has another video where she's saying this river turns blood red. That is supposed to be Revelation 16 as well, verse 4. So, we always get these people who want to try to foreshadow, or not foreshadow, that's not the right word. They're always trying to push the prophecies of the Bible based on natural occurrence or unnatural occurrences that happens that could look like the situation, but yet they never go into detail of their own biblical scriptures to verify whether or not this is a reality or not. But let us do so. So what they keep claiming is Revelation 16. And in the previous video, she said that this pool of water near the Red Sea turned blood red in color. Now, the water did not turn into blood. Let's establish that before we get started. It says, then the second angel poured out his bowl on the sea, and it became blood as of a dead man, and every living creature in the sea died. First of all, that piece of water, that small pond, is near the Dead Sea, which is so filled with salt that there are no living creatures inside of that water anyway. So this could not have been the sea to which Revelation 16:3 is talking about. Then it says they poured it into that sea and it became blood, not the color of blood. So although I've had people send me where there was a river in St. Mary, Jamaica that turned blood red in color, where there is a sea in Indonesia that looks like it's turning red. No, that is a red fishing net. Where in China, in the China Sea, where they, after a typhoon, they thought that it was going to rain a lot, and it didn't rain as much, but they suspect that one of 3 plants poured red dye into it because the composition that changed the color into red is of a dye. So it's not turning the water into blood. In every situation, it is some contaminant or some natural occurrence that is turning it into the color, but the water still remains water. But according to your Bible, it must turn into blood. Let's look at 4, because when you come and you talk about a river, it says, then the third angel poured out his bowl on the rivers and springs of water, and they became blood, not the color of blood. They became blood. And I heard the angel of the water saying, you are righteous, O Lord, the one who is and who was and who is to be, because you have judged these things, for they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink, for it is their just due. This is supposedly after the saints have been murdered and killed by the Antichrist and his folk and all of that, heads chopped off, and all that sort of thing going on. And you are giving them blood to drink, not water that's the color of blood. So effectively, you can have some Kool-Aid and call that the water turning into blood, according to how y'all are prophesizing this story. This just further indicates how this book is used as a methodology of fear to get people in line to stay enslaved by it. But until you recognize that this Bible does not prophesize any of these things, these are occurrences that could easily have occurred in ancient times and up to today. They used dyes back in the day. They understood how dyes could change water into different colors. They're also hearkening to when the time of Moses of the made up story of turning the water into blood and utilizing that same motif instead of something new. They're utilizing something that the people of that day would have recognized as a time of freedom, because if you understand it, the writing, the people were under Roman control. They viewed Rome the same as they viewed the Egyptians in their story of Moses. So in the same way Moses brought about freedom in this made up story, because there's nothing that proves the Exodus, but as Moses brought up the motif of Moses brought them into freedom, and one of the indicators was water turning into blood, this same motif is used again as far as Revelation, because now Egypt is replaced by Rome. These are not prophecies. These are stories to get people to have hope and stay within this religion. So y'all have a great day. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey. Good vibration.